What's going on, family? What's going on, family? What's going on? So, this is just a message that I just want to share for. I know I probably don't get a lot of female TIs that watch my video. Usually it'd be dudes and a lot of agents. But if the algorithm does go, you know what I'm saying, to the right female TI's ears, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of a message for female TIs. Like, y'all are going to be the most vulnerable in this targeting program. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try the best to keep you away from genuine dudes and stuff like that. And this is for the female TIs with the characteristic, you know what I'm saying, of an empath. You know what I'm saying? With a positive nature, you know what I'm saying? Most of those female TIs are naive, you know. Maybe curious at times, but they're really naive. And the predators and narcissistic people love taking advantage of, you know what I'm saying, an empath. You know what I'm saying? Because there's women out here that is about certain lifestyles, that have a certain level of kinkiness to them. You know what I'm saying? And they down for it. But the narcissists don't want those type of females. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, the narcissists don't go for females like that. Narcissists have a specific type of genre of women that they go for. You get what I'm saying? And we are grown. So for the female TIs, y'all really have to be careful of what doors y'all open up. Because they can't come in unless you open the doors. You know what I'm saying? So they'll come with all kind of charming ways, you know what I'm saying, will use their physical attributes to try to undress your mind. And then, you know what I'm saying, they mask come off, and then you find out, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you got kinky women like that. That's how you know it's kinky women out there. I mean, you can see it on the adult industry. You know what I'm saying? How far a woman's kinkiness can go. You know what I'm saying? There's women out here for every level of kinkiness. There's women out here. You see it on adult films and stuff like that. Like, you know, the vulgar, they got get spit in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? The feet over the face, they peed on. It's all type of, you know, twisted fantasies and stuff like that. And there's women that actually, believe it or not, that like that. But there's, you know, empath women that just like, you know, moderate sex. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little kinkiness and stuff like that, but you know, just moderate, you know what I mean, godly kind of sex. You know what I'm saying? But you female TIs have to be careful. Y'all really, really have to be careful. Because, you know, some of the female TIs, they'll get on the YouTube and stuff like that and see certain type of videos and be like, oh, you know, this person got it all. You know what I'm saying? They might be attracted to this person. This person may be appealing to them, and that person may be in need and stuff like that. And you trying to look out for that person, or you open that door for that person. And at the beginning, like every narcissist every road goes, at the beginning, everything is always cool, smooth, peaches and cream. You know what I'm saying? Until, you know what I'm saying, the true nature comes out. You know what I mean? It always starts light. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you have to be careful. You know what I mean? Some people be having that 50 Shades of Grey. I don't know if anybody ever seen the movie 50 Shades of Grey with the dude Christian Grey, I think, and the girl Anastasia Steele. You know what I'm saying? This dude had you know, a lot of people be having these narcissistic, you know, mindsets. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Christian Grey dude, he had a contract. I guess he signed up a contract with old girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't really want no dealings with her, only just on the sex tip, which as a rich, successful man, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? He'll sit there and do the little kinky spanks and stuff like that. And she thought it was cool at first, the kinky spanks and stuff like that. And then aggressive and more aggressive and then more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So there's kinky women that like that. They out there. They about that life. But then you got certain women that not about that life. You know what I'm saying? And they really be like earth angels in this world that really have the empath and, you know, really want to help people, you know what I'm saying, to navigate through this thing. And they thought they lucked up. Some female TIs be thinking they lucked up. But then, you know, just right when they thought they lucked up, rah, you know what I mean? They get the reality, you know what I'm saying? Boom. You know, some dudes out there be for self. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, you know, actually looking for the help. You know what I'm saying? It's about finding these type of women so that they can have their way with them. You know what I mean? And then through time, things get more aggressive till it turns to violence. You know what I mean? The spankings get more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? To the spanking where you know what I'm saying? You be having people crying. You know what I mean? Holding them down like they're a child and punishing them. You know what I'm saying? Not because they not doing things that you want them to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the extreme. You have to be female TIs. Y'all have to be careful. There's people out here that's on that type of lifestyle. But for the female TIs that do like that, hey, go for what you know. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of female TIs that are empaths, that feel things, that really want to help people out, that really want to, you know what I'm saying, see people succeed. You know what I'm saying? They're not really here to bother people and things like that. But the narcissists, you know what I'm saying, they know that they could take advantage of these type of women. You know what I'm saying? They could have their way. And these women ain't too judgmental. You know what I'm saying? Like other women are, that'll probably beat up some of their insecurities and flaws and stuff like that. So they know they go for these women. These are the type of women that they can kind of have their way. You know what I'm saying? So this is the narcissistic mindset for the female TIs. Y'all have to be careful. Y'all really have to be careful, because these dudes are out here, and you know what I'm saying? They prey on women like that. And there's women out here that be naive and thinking, oh, this person is attractive. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this person has good talk game. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they come. That's what you call love bombing and reeling people in. And then once they reel them on in, then the effects of, they start seeing that it wasn't about them having a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It was about, you know what I'm saying, this person having one up on them, control over them. You know what I'm saying? Dominating them to the point where it led to violence. You know what I'm saying? To the point where when the person didn't get their way, they wanted to put their hands on the person. You know what I'm saying? Where this person was afraid to even go back to their own living space. You know what I'm saying? Where a person had to call out to another person. You know what I mean? And then that's why you female TIs have to be careful of what y'all tell people, because once people find out that you don't have a support system, they find out that you don't have a strong, people love people who are isolated. That's when the enemy comes and attack. Even in the animal kingdom, the animals will attack the weakest link, the isolated animal. It's not going to attack the herd. It's going to attack the isolated animal. So when people find out that you ain't got no support system like that, that your family don't really care about you like that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they look at it like, shoot, I can do you any type of way. You know what I'm saying? But female TIs don't. Some female TIs, they be so naive and they just give all this information away. And when you give that information to the wrong type of person, to a sociopath type, characteristic type person, they take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? Now they know that they can have their way. You know what I'm saying? And they can do things to certain females that they wouldn't do to majority of females that have a support system. You know what I'm saying? Because if the females had the proper support system, they know they wouldn't have got away with the things that they did. But they prey on women who are out here who don't have no support system and things like that. This is how women become prostitutes. This is how women get into the adult industry. You know what I'm saying? This is how, you know what I'm saying, pimps prey on certain type of women. You know, they come from unbroken, like not unbroken, but a broken past or something like that. And you can't really blame them for it. It's just some people are just black sheeps in their family. They don't match with their family. And some people's family is just cold like that. But for a person who's supposed to be targeted, going through this targeted, your mindset should never be on preying on somebody who's actually trying to help you that thought you was homeless, and you turn around and take advantage of that. Now, we know we're not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But this is the situation for a lot of female TIs. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Just because the dude is a TI doesn't mean it's gonna be happily ever after. If you just trying to get your rocks off, you can establish that and get out the way. But once you try to open someone to your home and stuff like that and open a relationship, you don't know how things can flip. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't have a support system like that. Now, if you had a support system where you had people that's down the ride for you, and if things popped off, boom, boom, boom. But if you ain't got no support system like that, then you need to really do a analytical check on the person. You know what I'm saying? Before you let them in your house, or you could become definitely a victim. You know what I'm saying? Of a sociopath or some type of narcissistic type of energy like that. You know what I mean? It's real out here. You know what I'm saying? And people fall for the facade of people just coming on YouTube with this great charismatic energy. And that's how the narcissists fool a lot of masses of people. They'll even throw Bible scriptures. They got real good energy. You know what I'm saying? They're real smart. You know what I mean? And this is what people, fall for. You know what I'm saying? But they know who to do it to and who not to do it to. That's the point. Certain people only looking for certain type of women. That's all the only type of women they looking for. And why is that? You know what I'm saying? That's just certain people's fetishes. And they want to establish these trauma bonds. A trauma bond. You know what I mean? The trauma bond is not like a bond between them physically. It's a bond between like the trauma. You know what I'm saying? It's going more spiritual. It's creating demonic ties between each person, the victim and the abuser. You know what I'm saying? And they play on these strings, you know what I'm saying, to try to reel them back on in. You know what I mean? But through God and stuff like that, you can break those trauma bonds. You know what I'm saying? And be careful of the people that you deal with. Be careful. Really be careful. Don't just open your door to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because there are people out here that will take advantage of it every time. With that being said, peace.